Well, kitten, you are looking mighty fine today. Rare! What is going on, everybody? My name is Ethan Dobbins, or Ethan Goggins to my loyal subjects. I apologize for the cringy intro. And today is day one of my 0 to 100K challenge. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, brother, not another one of these challenges. And I get it, but with this challenge, it is going to be fundamentally different from any other that you've ever seen. And I'll get to why in a moment. But basically, for the next 30, 40, even 50 days, I will be dropping a new video for free that chronologically breaks down how to go from a dropshipping noob like yourself with no bag, no motion, and no maidens into a dropshipping Chad that can turn any product into a winner. But before we get into all the tactics, all the minutia, all the know-how that triggers that dopamine in your brain, I want to first make this video a contract between you and me. Because I will show you every single product that I test, every ad, every website that I make, and I just want one thing in return from you. So arch up, baby girl, because daddy needs his back shots. Yeah, I'm kidding. But I do have 4 non-negotiables that if you can't follow these, then honestly, click off this video and just go watch a Cocomelon video. It's probably more your speed. Because you don't truly want to change your life and commit to this process if you can't watch a 15 to 20 minute video. You frankly just don't have the attention span. Now, my first rule is watch every single video. Very simple. If you miss a video, if it's day 4 and you miss day 3, go back, watch it, because any piece of the puzzle that you're missing will just have the entire Jenga tower come crumbling down. Everything is done in a chronological way. And if you can't sit down on your keister for 15 minutes and watch these videos while I'm able to run multiple businesses, have a personal life, have a social life, have 10 baby mamas I need to support, and still have the time to make them, then you're not going to make it. So I don't care if your girlfriend wants to see you and give you a happy ending. Shoo her away. Tell her you have more important things to do. You need to conquer nations. If your parents that are in hospice say, Ethan, we just want to see you one more time before we pass away, say, I can't do that right now, mom and dad. I'm building. I'm sacrificing for my future. I need to build my dropshipping store. So whatever it is, I don't care your excuse. You have time to watch the videos. Now, before we get into the next non-negotiables, I want to first cover what exactly is dropshipping. Because it's very simple. Essentially, it's the model of you being the middleman between your supplier, most likely in China, and your customers, most likely in America and the big 4 countries. So you find a product from China that usually costs about $3. You can sell it for $20 or $30, whatever that makes sense. And then your customers will pay you the $30. You take $3, pay your supplier, and they ship it directly to your customer. You are the middleman. You hold no inventory. It's very, very simple, and you keep that profit margin. So in that case, if you sell a product for $30 and it costs $3, then you make $27. Not too shabby. But where it gets difficult and where it's not that get-rich-quick scheme that everyone talks about is that you need to actually get customers. You need to get traffic. And typically the best way to do that is through paid ads. But most people aren't able to make paid ads profitable because they don't know how to make ads. They don't know how to make a website that actually converts. Because what they end up doing is the old way of dropshipping, where they find a product that has wow factor, which nobody knows what that really means. They build a crappy AI store, or they just copy their competitor's store one-to-one, and then they just rip their ads, mass test products, and just pray that something works. And it never does. And that's how people lose thousands upon thousands of dollars, and they lose everything in their bank account because they never developed one thing. Skills. They don't know how to market products, because what you learn as an experienced dropshipper like myself who's been doing this for 8 years is that the only thing that matters is not the product. The product is not what makes you unique. There will be hundreds, if not thousands, of other people selling the same product. But the people that will make that product work and make the most money are just simply the best marketers. They are the ones that are able to create ads and marketing that speak directly to their customer. That is where the money is. Being able to speak in their exact language in the most relatable way, where you know exactly what their problems are, what their desires are, and you're able to articulate that in a way that makes them choose your store over everybody else selling the same product. And that's what we're going to cover in this challenge. So you're in very good hands, don't you worry. But my next rule, do the homework. I know a lot of you in school got C's, D's, and GEDs, and none of you even stepped foot on a college campus. I don't blame you, neither did I. But when I give you homework for this challenge, do it. This isn't some homework assignment about a topic that you'll never, ever remember ever again. This is business. This is the thing that can change your life, that can give you the freedom to experience, to travel, to provide for your family, to be your main income source or a side income source, whatever it is that your heart desires. You need to do the homework. And if you're not willing to commit to yourself, if you don't respect yourself enough to fully go balls deep into this and do the work that I tell you to do, then you simply don't want it, and just don't even bother getting started. Don't just kid yourself. Don't have these dreams when you're not willing to put in the actions. Do the homework. Now, number 3, ask questions. I've been teaching dropshipping for over 5 years now. I know I'm an absolute unk when it comes to this, but I will be teaching you things that I have been saying for years and years and years. I can basically remember it like it's the back of my hand. So if there's anything that I teach that is foreign to you, that you don't know because you've never done this before, then ask questions. Write a comment. I would love to help you out and answer them. I read every single comment, and we also have an amazing community that will also respond to you. So don't be a silent Sally. That's not what we want here. And then the final thing, and this is by far the most important, take action. Wisdom comes from experience, and experience comes from action. And the only way you will truly progress in your dropshipping journey is you have to take action and break out of this learning masturbation phase where you think, I'm not ready. I need another video. I need another course. I need more info. It's not info that's holding you back. It's your lack of action. It's your lack of urgency to change your life. And if you are not willing to take action, then again, I implore you, go back to your video games. Go back to your social media. Go back to watching Love Island. Go back to watching your favorite sports team. Stay in your bubble of mediocrity because you truly don't want to change your life. This is just a little fad of motivation to you if you're not willing to learn and then apply immediately after. But for those of you that truly do want to change your life, let's talk about who you need to become, because for a lot of you guys, this is a boot camp. You are coming in as naive, chubby little soldiers, and I need to turn you into men. Love that song. God, Milan. I need to go watch that after this. But anyways, so I want to talk about my journey, the previous version of myself that I had to kill in order to get to this version of myself where I've done over $10 million in dropshipping sales. I bought my dream house on the water. I bought my car. I bought my watch. Everything that I've ever wanted that people associate with success, I have. I have my rental properties that I care about a lot more, but that's not as flashy. But I'm at a point where I'm 24 years old and I am ahead of 99% of other people my age. But I had to sacrifice a lot. And there's a lot beneath the surface that I needed to do internally in order to get these rewards externally for all of you to validate that, oh, this guy actually knows what he's talking about. So just to get into my story briefly, when I was 16 years old, I never wanted to start a business. I didn't want to be an entrepreneur. I wasn't watching Shark Tank and watching Gary Vee and doing all this crap. No, I was just coasting through life. I was on autopilot. I was playing video games nonstop, FIFA, Madden, Call of Duty. I was playing on my ultimate team, trying to make it as best as possible. I was prestiging my guns. I was a Call of Duty ghost guy. I know, kind of cringe, but I didn't get into Black Ops. But I'd be playing all these games. I had basically no friends, and I just wanted to become a financial banker. I was really good with numbers. I'm a math guy at heart. Very autistic, if you couldn't already tell. But one day, I transferred to a new school, and I got suspended multiple times to the point where I was asked to leave and never come back. I was expelled. And with that on my permanent record, I realized, oh, fuck. This dream of being an investment banker, of going to a nice school, of working on Wall Street or New York or some big institution like a Merrill Lynch wasn't going to be an option. It was ripped away from me. And I knew I needed an alternative route. So I searched online how to make money online as a teenager. And after watching a few videos, I saw crypto, I saw Forex, but then I stumbled upon this model where I saw a lot of kids that were my age, that weren't smarter than me, that weren't harder working than me, making 30 grand a month, sometimes 50 grand a month, driving supercars at 17 and 18. And the big common denominator was that they were all dropshipping. And I thought to myself, how is this even possible? I mean, if these guys have figured it out, then so can I. They don't have anything intrinsically that I don't already have as well in spades. So I started my first dropshipping store, and it was called Umerosports. You can look it up on Wayback Generator. You can see the timestamps from 2016, 2017 when I first started. And every waking hour I would spend on this store. I'm talking 10 hours after school in the morning. I would be working on building my first website. It took me a month, probably 100 plus hours to build that crappy website that you can look up. It was terrible, but I thought it was the greatest thing ever because there was no YouTube tutorials. There was no spoon-fed challenges like this one where all you have to do is just do what the person tells you. It didn't exist. There was no Ethan Gogginses. There was no Davey Fogarty's. There was no AC Hampton. There was none of these guys. You just had to figure it out and do it the hard way. I know I sound like a old geezer complaining about how life used to be so difficult back in the day. There was no AI tools to be writing my descriptions. There was no callow data to just find products. I had to find it in AliExpress in the wild. You don't understand. And it was that way. It was actually very difficult. But I ended up testing about 5 to 10 products before I made my first sale. And I remember when I got my first sale, I was euphoric. I was bouncing around the walls because it just proved to me that this is possible. There are people that will buy from a store that was created by a 16-year-old, and they don't even realize it's a 16-year-old. So I knew I was going to commit all my time to this. This was going to be the thing, and I'm going to figure this out no matter what. And that obsession is one of the bare minimum requirements that you need to have as well. If you are just going to quit because you saw other people making money and then you didn't make money immediately after a week or after a month, then you aren't cut out for it. You have to detach from the outcomes in order to be successful. You have to detach from the results and be focused and in love with the process of getting better, of developing your skills. And then as a byproduct, you will get the exciting outputs that you want. But it's always the people that are money hungry that never make it, that always quit, that always run out of motivation, because that can't be the thing that motivates you. But if you notice from test 1 to test 10, oh my God, my websites are so much better. My ads are so much better. That should be the thing that motivates you to keep improving, to keep striving. And then you will become as successful as me or even more. So that you can fly down to Miami and buy me a poppy steak and we can pop bottles with beautiful Instagram models. But after I tested my first 20 products, I had about a few grand saved. I burned through all of my money. And I was honestly just thinking to myself, fuck, maybe I'm just not cut out for it. Dropshipping just feels like a scam. And I remember even during that time, I actually paid for my first mentor about $100, which in hindsight is crazy. Like, who was going to mentor you for $100? But I paid this guy and he ended up ghosting me. And it was just this flashy Instagram dude. He had the supercar, he had the lifestyle. I was super in love with it. And I was just like, this is going to be the guy. And of course he scammed me. So I was just like, what do I do? I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, what are my other options? I am broke as a joke. I'm going back to Publix, saving some money, but like, is this just my life? Am I just destined to be a failure? Am I just destined not to have the nice things in life? Is this just how the cookie crumbles, how the dice rolled for me? And I just didn't want to quit that easy. And honestly, a lot of the entrepreneurs that I know that are successful also went through a moment like that, where you are broke and the chips are down. You have to ask yourself, am I willing to keep pushing through? Am I willing to find a solution? Am I willing to be resourceful and keep going? Because there's always a solution to every problem that you face. So I ended up saving money for a few more months, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to get a real mentor, someone that truly can teach me and tell me what exactly am I doing wrong, because I don't know what I don't know, because I haven't really done this before. So I found this guy, Noah Brewer, bowl haircut, most boring YouTube videos on planet Earth. Go ahead and watch them. They are golden. But when I watched this guy, I said, you know what? That's the guy I'm going to learn from. And he ran an ad agency at the time, so he was seeing thousands of ads every month, so he knew exactly what a winning ad looked like. And when he looked at my ads, he said, you know what, Ethan? Wow, these are dog shit. There's about 20 different things that you need to fix on your ads, about 20 different things you need to fix on your website. And I was blown away because I didn't have the frame of reference. I didn't realize I was making so many bad mistakes because, again, I didn't see so many websites. I haven't had all that experience. So having that pair of eyes looking at what I was doing just tremendously sped up the learning curve for me. And eventually, on my second product test with them, I had my first real winner. It was a baseball bat necklace that was perpendicular to form a cross. Christian athletes absolutely loved it. I was able to scale it to over $50,000 a month at 17. And with all that money, I felt like a millionaire. I was buying shoes left and right. That was my vice. I was buying so many nice designer clothes, which is so stupid in hindsight. But I think it is just part of the entrepreneur journey to make a little bit of money, make your first dollars, and then just blow it. It's kind of your initiation, whether it's the nice watch, the car, whatever. So after I did that, I kept scaling, and I scaled that store for 3 more years, and I sold it for $70,000. Not a bad little payday. I was able to cash flow and sell it. And then from that, I was able to take the skills that I learned over those 3 years and scale more and more products, home decor products, beauty products, waist trainers, skincare, supplements. You name it, I have sold. I have, at this point, probably had at least 50 plus winning products. And it's, you realize, a skill. It takes time, it takes reps, but it is a learnable skill. So what I realized from this process of getting to where I wanted to go is that I had to make a lot of sacrifices first. Because a big reason why a lot of you guys are just not successful yet is you haven't made any sacrifices. You are comfortable with who you are right now without realizing that the version of you that is successful and the version that you are right now are not going to be the same people. So that means you need to audit where your time is going. And we'll have a future video that covers that. But your social media screen time, the dating apps, the video games, the partying, the drinking, the gambling, the blackjack, the saying you don't have time for a business right now, all that bullshit you have to remove. If you don't have 50 grand in your bank account, that should just piss you off. How are you not fired up every single day to change your life and your circumstance? How are you looking at what other people are doing on their Instagram stories? How are you following all your sports teams when you don't even have 50 grand in your bank account? Where are your priorities? Well, clearly they're not on actually the right things. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in this situation. It should piss you off that there are 16 and 17-year-olds inside my 101 program making 15 grand a day. They're making more money than you. And they're not more intelligent. They don't have more resources. They don't have some privilege. They just put in the work. And they prioritize the right things. So in a future video, we're going to cover the limiting beliefs, the things that I know are holding you back. Because all of the stuff that you convince yourself are the reasons why you can't be successful is bullshit. So without going on too much of a tangent, I want you to understand that this process for me was difficult. It wasn't easy. It wasn't an overnight success. It took me 18 months before I had my first success. I was locked in my room from 18 even to 22, where I was a hermit crab. My relationships crumbled. I had to give everything to this. My parents, my friends, nobody believed in me. They all said, "Oh, are you still doing that little crappy dropshipping thing? Like, when are you going to start a real business?" My parents kept telling me, "Ethan, when are you going to go to college?" They still tell me that. I bought multiple houses and they still think that this is just a little fad. You have to believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, I believe in you. You can't rely on external factors. And it was difficult. It was so difficult seeing my friends enjoying life, going to college, partying, just getting to enjoy all those experiences. And I just had to work. But I knew that was a sacrifice that I was willing to make so that I could enjoy the rest of my life. So that by the time I'm 25, by the time I'm 30, I have the option to retire. I have the option to provide for my family, to be ahead, to truly get to enjoy all that life has for me and avoid the short-term pleasures and the short-term satisfaction for the long-term benefits that this business can provide for me. And it's difficult, guys. It's not easy. You are going to have to sacrifice. And if you're not willing to change who you are right now, to get the freedom to be able to wake up whenever you want, to say no to the things you hate and say yes to the things you love, to be able to go to a restaurant and not worry about the price tag, to be able to shop, to be able to support, to be able to provide and be an example to your community of what is possible when you believe in yourself and you push through the adversity. If you're not willing to change, then you're not going to get the results you want. So here's what I need from all of you guys. As we already mentioned, watch the videos. Do the homework. And my homework for you in this video right here is to comment down below, "I'm in." Simple. That's all I want. And I want you to come back to this video once you've tested your first product, once you've made your first sale, once you started to scale your first winning product. And I want you to see that comment and show that version of yourself a few months ago, a few weeks ago, whatever it is, that you know what? I got you. I respect you. I respect you so much that I was willing to make the sacrifices. Because let's be honest, guys. A year can go by so quickly, even 2025. I barely remember anything. But what I will remember from those years is how it set me up to where I am today. And if I'm not where I want to be, then I know those years were just straight to the garbage. They were a waste. I could have been building and prioritizing the right things over the short-term pleasures. So I'll see you in the next video where we're going to find some winning products. We're going to get into a little bit more tactical. It's going to be a little less depressing, but I want to, again, shape your mind because this process isn't just about tactics, because I can give you all the tactics, but you guys will self-sabotage if you don't have the right mindset and the right actions and the right belief to actually take that information and apply it and be able to make yourself successful with it. So I hope you enjoyed. I cannot wait to embark on this challenge with you, and I'll see you in the next video.